let's start at the beginning. So your mother, Alice Kubitschek.
Yes.
We'll pick up, we could start way back, but I thought a good starting point would be what brought her, so she graduates from high school, what brings her to Omaha that you can remember?
She had a friend living here who said they could get her a job.
Okay. Where did that end up being?
At a bar.
At a bar?
Yeah.
Bartender or a cook? Or a little bit
both.
of both? A little bit of both. Do you recall where that is? Where that was?
Not exactly. Somewhere off of 36th Street in Omaha.
Okay. So she gets to Omaha. Where did she live? And it's okay if you don't remember some of this stuff. I just want to see what you remember.
She lived with, it was either a friend or a relative, a cousin or something.
Down in South Omaha, I'm assuming?
Yes.
At that time, it was mostly Polish and Czech. That's why she ended up in South Omaha, I imagine, right?
Right.
Yeah. So she gets here, gets a job at the bar, and how does she meet your father?
He ate lunch at that bar.
Okay.
And they met there.
Yep. Was he working at the meat packing plant at the time, probably? Or
Yes.
not? Yeah. All right. So they meet, get married. What year did they get married? I mean, you probably have to do a little math.
I believe it was January of 1941.
41. So they have Rich, your brother.
It's
They have Jerry, your brother. We're kind of fast forwarding a little bit through that. So then they have you, and you live at, what's the address of your house?
6608 Gilmore Avenue.
So what is your first memory in that house? The very first thing you could remember? Go back to when, probably 4 years oldish. Like, what do you recall?
I think it was mostly Easter. I remember Easter because it was a lot of fun, a lot of eggs, and there'd be nickels, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know, mostly my mom.
Yeah. What about it? I mean,
Well, she was.
what's the memory about your mom?
Well, she was very kind and loving.
Yeah. Anything specific? Like anything happen on an Easter event that you may remember? Or like who was over there? Who would come to Easter? Would it just be your family or would it be other members?
Mostly be our family, but then one Easter, my godmother brought down a Easter dress for me. And so my mom decided we would go to a movie theater on Easter. And so dressed up the brothers and what they could, and we went to the movies.
What'd you see? Any idea?
No.
What theater?
The Chief Theater in South Omaha. It was across the street, a little, like a block down from South High.
Okay.
Or it might have been on the same block, I'm not sure.
Who was your godmother?
Her name was Foro was her last name, but I can't think of her first name. She was my dad's sister's daughter.
Okay. So same generation
Yes.
was your godmother, so she must have been considerably older.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't remember her first name?
Right now.
Really?
No.
All right, so that's Easter when you're a kid. So when I say your mother, what stories between you and her would pop into your head? Like what would you think about when you think about her? Let's say when you're a kid. Let's start when you're a kid. Let's say 10 years oldish.
We used to sing,
Uh-huh.
and she would harmonize.
Oh, okay.
And that was I enjoy that. I love that. And one of our favorites was "You Are My Sunshine."
Oh yeah. So you'd harmonize with her?
Yes. Oh, wait. She'd harmonize with me.
Well, yeah, she'd harmonize. Yeah, she was a little more, maybe more musically
Yes.
gifted. So what else? Like, okay, you'd harmonize with her. Did you guys go anywhere special or do anything special?
Not really. We weren't financially able to.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I suppose.
So the Christmases were pretty lean.
Did you have Christmas at a young age in that house, or would you go somewhere to relatives?
On Christmas Day, we would go to a relative.
Who would you usually go to?
We would go to either my aunt and uncle Joe Manis, and I can't remember her name, and we would go to my godmother's. We'd go to their place, and then to Joe Manis, his, and I can't remember who he married. And he was not a Janison, but I'm forgetting all the names of the aunts.
Who's this Joe to you?
This is Joe Manis.
Yeah.
He's my aunt's husband. But I can't.
Aunt on you must have been on your dad's side.
Yes.
Yeah. So what? Let's say you go over to Joe's house and you have Christmas. Any stories that you remember there, or any thoughts that come to your mind? Any memories?
Well, they would. You would buy a gift for a kid, and you'd get a name of one of the grandkids, and so each grandkid got a gift, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. So kind of somewhat extended family, and everybody get a gift, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where was this?
Usually,
Where was Joe's house?
it was on. Oh God, I can't remember the street. It was off of. Was that Harrison? Maybe. It might have been Harrison. It was a very nice house.
Oh, okay.
My aunts and uncles had pretty nice houses.
And was your house nice?
No.
Not even at that time, was it?
No.
No. Did you know that? Or like when did you realize your house probably wasn't really that nice?
When I started, I would say middle school age, because I didn't want to bring my friends over,
Yeah.
even though the house was spotless clean.
Right.
My mom, she scrubbed and waxed floors every week. And there was dusting, but it was just, we had no doors.
Yeah. Yeah, that's odd, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's your Easter, Christmas, so essentially holidays.
Yeah.
What was everyday life like? Let's say you get up in the morning. What would be a typical morning? Your mom would be up already and your dad would be gone, or would you wake up with your mom and dad? Or take me through a morning of when you were, let's say, when you could really remember, like 9, 10 years old.
Well, my dad would be gone to work, unless on the weekends.
Typical weekday, like right in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
So you get up.
He'd be gone, and I'd have usually cereal or cream of wheat for breakfast. So, with cinnamon on it. It was good. And that'd be about it. Just play.
Well, I mean, what about it? So your mom would be up?
Yes.
Yeah.
She'd be up first.
Then
I'd go to school. Come to think of it.
would she have left before you?
No,
or-
she wasn't working,
Oh, she wasn't working at the time.
No, that age.
Okay.
When I was 7, 8, 9, I remember she went to work when I was probably 11, 12.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was nice for that's
Yeah.
nice that she was home
She
for
was,
you.
actually, at one point, she was the PTA president.
Really?
President of the PTA
Okay.
for our school. They needed one, and the principal called her and asked her if she'd be interested in doing it, and she said yes. And I think she enjoyed it and got out. And she got to go to meetings at the Joslyn Castle.
Now, so did you walk to school?
Yes.
How many blocks was that? I mean, we'll show the route.
Let's see, 1, 2, about 3, 4, maybe 6, at least 6 blocks.
So it'd take you, what, 15 minutes to walk there, probably?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Probably not too bad, huh?
Yeah.
What was the name of the elementary?
Highland School.
I'm sure it's still there,
No.
right? Oh, it's gone?
Yeah, there's a school, the new school.
Oh,
They
it's a new building.
tore it down.
Okay.
Built a
All
new
right.
school.
All right.
But I don't know if it's still named Highland.
Yeah, we're going to go see. Take a little trip. So you get home after school.
Well, and I had my best friend lived across the street. She was the same age as I. So we'd go to school together, come home together, play together. So, and what I remember about her was in the winter, we loved doing snow angels. We did a lot of snow angels.
Okay.
She had a big lot, empty lot in her yard, and we'd make them all over. The whole lot was snow angels. So, yep.
What was her name?
Linda Brown. And we went through, well, all through elementary and high school together. And then I was in her wedding.
When's the last time you heard from her?
I heard she moved to South Carolina or something. So,
It'd be hard to find a Linda Brown on Facebook.
yeah. But she got married to, I can't think of his first name. Last name was McPherson.
Oh, okay.
But then their marriage didn't last very long. She was actually pregnant, had a little girl by somebody else.
So, that happens, I guess.
Yeah. So, didn't last too long.
All right, so that's a childhood friend. So
Yep.
you would come home on a typical day when you're about 10 years old. Mom wasn't working, and would you come home and have a snack or watch TV? And did you have a TV at that time?
Yes.
Do you remember not having a TV?
No,
Okay.
that I don't remember.
Yeah.
Because I think they got it right up, I think I was 5. So, I don't remember.
What year were you born?
48.
So early 50s, they probably got a TV then. What do you remember from your two brothers, like at that age when you'd come home? Is it fond memories of them? Is it
Yes.
because being two kind of rambunctious boys?
Well, some was fine.
Yeah.
And there's times Jerry and I would play. I had a little cash register, and we'd make popcorn, and I had little dishes, and so I'd be selling popcorn, and I'd be selling a meal to him,
Sure.
and he'd play along with it. I was younger then.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But Rich was, I don't remember Rich home a lot. I mean, I know he was, and I remember him being there, but he was gone a lot. He liked hanging around with those guys the junkyard guys.
What, down the street?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. How much older is he than you?
7 years.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's not a whole lot, but I suppose when you were 10, he was 17, and
yeah.
when you were
what I liked
let's say
about it,
9, he was 16, so probably running around then.
I liked about it when he was old enough to drive and get a car, he used to take me for rides, Sunday afternoon, or sometime he was bored, and we'd take our dog to A&W, and he'd order a hamburger without the bun for the dog. So that was fun.
Where was A&W?
On 24th and
So up from the school, around South High School?
well, it was about 4 blocks up the street.
Oh, okay. Just in the general area.
Yeah.
So that's a memory of Jerry. Anything else, like when you were kids, of him?
Well, we used to fight.
Yeah.
We'd argue and fight.
Because you were closer in age.
Yeah. The one time I was in my parents' bedroom, and he threw a potato at me. And he hit the wall and just shattered. And I says, if that had hit me, I'd have been knocked out.
Was anyone else home?
No,
Who cleaned it up?
I did.
You cleaned it up, yes. Yeah. So, overall, would you say that growing up you had a good relationship with your brothers then?
I would
Or-
say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. What about your dad?
Well, my dad he worked hard. He had very bad feet, which he wouldn't go to the doctor. So he'd get up in the morning and he'd take a razor and cut his calluses down on
Right.
his bottom
Sure.
of his feet so he could walk during the day. But he worked hard. But when he come home, he was very quiet. He just didn't talk very much at all.
On weekends, when he didn't have to work, was he a little more talkative or still the same way? Just a quiet guy
Well,
in general?
He would go to the bar,
yeah,
have a few
I
drinks,
suppose, yeah.
and then he was talkative.
Sure.
But I mean, we got along, okay, till a little later in life. I mean, he was pretty old and he got kind of mean, which, alcoholics, that happens.
Yeah. Overall, would you say that you have fond memories of him, or do you resent the fact that he drank, or
Well,
what's your looking back now?
I guess I didn't have. He was nice to me
Yeah.
because I didn't do anything wrong. I was a brat. So he was nice to me. So I don't really have terrible memories. It's just kind of nothing special.
Yeah, I suppose. Just he never maybe took the initiative to go do something with you, I would say.
Yeah, no,
No.
nope. Or the boys. And really, the only time we went anywhere is like for Christmas, or in the summer there'd be a Janicek picnic, and we'd go on that. That was fun. One time it'd be, we'd go to Lenoma Beach. We went to Mandan Park. So,
You went to the Janicek reunion?
yes.
Where would that
It'd
be?
a-
Typically, or where do you remember it being?
But, well, like I said, Lenoma Beach
Oh, okay.
was one year,
Uh-huh.
and then another year was Mandan Park, and I think we'd switch back and forth for a while. So, that was good.
You remember enjoying that?
Yeah.
The reunion.
And what's funny is I got a picture of, when we're in a place like that, my mom's off with the women doing something, getting food ready, and I'd be walking down the lane and my dad's holding my dad, and my dad's holding my hand.
Yeah. They're tearing all this out, aren't they? It sat vacant
it
for
was empty.
30 years, at least 50 years. Seems like that hasn't been up and running since I can remember,
Yeah.
practically. So that's when you're a kid. Then did you go to this elementary through 8th grade, or did you go to a second school?
Nope. Jerry went to a middle school.
Okay.
And I can't think of the name of that one either. But I didn't have to. I got to stay in Highland till 9th grade.
So we're kind of in the old neighborhood now.
Yep.
By now. Used to be a
Grocery.
store right there on the corner.
Yep.
That's been gone for a long time. Did you go shop there?
Just for, something we needed right away.
Like more of a convenience store type
Yeah.
place?
The one time we were out of cereal, so we went and got a box of cereal, and he says, "Ooh, you got a bargain. They got a lot of cereal in here." Open it up, and bugs started coming out.
Oh no.
Oh, there should be.
We're gonna go around the block and take a look at it.
Wow.
Doesn't look like it used to, that's for sure.
No, it doesn't.
Still the same basic house.
Yeah. It didn't get any bigger.
Any memories around here?
Well, the Browns lived right here, right there, and that's about it.
So you didn't really know too many of the people in these houses?
Well, this was a relative aunt for my Aunt Mildred.
Oh, she lived there?
Mildred didn't, but her aunt did.
Oh, okay. Let's go around.
Lead deck was in there.
So you had a neighbor that lived behind you.
Yes.
What was her name?
Lulu.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. What a name.
It was just a little shack they lived in, her and her son.
So your school was up the street here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in high school, most of high school was I'd have to come up here to 27th Street and catch a bus.
Oh, I wondered how you got to school, how you got to high school.
Yeah, and I'd walk home.
That way you didn't have to get up as early,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well,
So you'd walk up this street, I imagine?
yep.
Okay. Kind of want to take the path you took. Oh, it's
And
right up
then
here.
I would turn here.
Yep. Yeah, that's a newer building for sure.
I just wonder if it's still Island. And I knew a gal that lived there.
Okay. I don't think they really changed the names. We'll see if it's different. See if we can see a sign.
I think we're on the back side of it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's even under construction.
Wow.
Yeah. We'll have to go around the block. It's one way.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh well.
Well, these houses weren't here when you were little.
No, those weren't. Oh, that one was. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Huh.
If I can get over there. Oh, I think I can.
Yeah, this is probably 27th Street, maybe. I don't see a sign. Yeah, this is 27th up there. Yep,
Mhm.
it's 27th. Okay, that's the street I caught the bus on.
Trying to find a name of this school. Oh, it said it. It said it on that sign.
Oh, okay.
On the construction sign.
Yeah, right.
Highland. Is that what it's called? Highland
Yep,
Elementary?
Highland.
Okay, it's still
Yep.
called Highland.
Oh, you don't have to go this way. Go back there to where I got on the bus. That's
We
all
will.
right. That's okay. You
Oh, they got a lot of portable kind of. Must got a little crowded. But unfortunately, it's not the old building anyway.
Nope. But I remember playing dodgeball and all that kind of stuff. And I was in, I think, 4th grade. And when they had handwriting time, when you were taught handwriting, and the teacher says, she told me, well, you can clean your desk out. You don't have to do it because my handwriting was so good.
Nice. Your handwriting prodigy.
Yeah.
So during your high school years, this is where you'd walk up to catch the bus here on this corner, or
Yep.
there's a bus stop here, huh?
Yeah, right there, across the street. Right there. That's where they catch the bus.
All right, well, we're a ways from... Go ahead.
That's about it. But the bus driver didn't like kids.
Oh, no.
If you got on the bus, you better have the right change. Because he won't make change, and if you don't have it, then you have to get off the bus. And then find a ride or walk the school. And then sometimes you'd put your foot up on the step, and he'd take off. So you'd almost fall out. You had to grab it. But we learned that we better be holding on to something because he might do that. Yeah, he was old. Yeah.
So what kind of what inspired all this is I asked you where your father grew up. So that's where I want to go next. So where am I going?
Okay, you're going to Q Street.
Q. Okay. Q's this away.
Yeah. Did you ever take a picture of my grandmother's farm?
I believe so. I'll get that later. I'll get that later. It's a lens cap.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I probably have a picture of that somewhere. That'd be hard to find because they tore it down quite a while ago. But
Yeah.
I could probably find that. Look at this place.
Look at that.
Some community center.
I was gonna say it looks like a government symbol.
Yeah. Even have a football field. Any memories of this place?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I'm sure it was there.
Yeah, that looks like it's been there since the 40s.
Wow. This is different. Railroad ties. There we go. You didn't get a call today?
Nope. Or yesterday. So, fine by me.
There's Q Street up ahead. Right around here somewhere would have been Swift's. My dad worked.
In this area somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure that's long gone.
Oh, you had to turn right. And right.
Oh, you had to turn right.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why.
I thought you were talking about Swifts.
And right there on the corner was the bar that my dad would go to right after work.
So that building's gone then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he'd sometimes on Fridays I think he'd go payday. And he'd come home. Of course, he had a few beers in him. And all of the three kids were there, he'd get a bunch of change. And our allowance would be he'd throw out the change. Well, you had to grab. So of course, I always got the least.
Yeah. So that was your dad's entertainment
Yeah.
for the day?
And then at one point, my brother, they'd say, "Hey, you want to play poker?" And I said, "Sure." They taught me how to play poker, but of course they took off my money.
Took your money, yeah. You'd lose.
Yep. There used to be a church there.
We're way down on Q, huh?
Well, if you want to go see where the house was, we're going to go into the boonies. if you can still get there.
I'll bet you can.
You just keep it going.
Okay. You can stop when I get to the river.
I hope so. See, now I don't know if you can really get there. It's gonna... I wish I could remember what they called it.
Uh-oh, we may not be able to.
Yep, you can't.
So it's even farther down here, huh?
Yeah, there was a road that went up
Uh-huh.
to the top of the hill.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's...
There was a little white house. It was
Okay.
a longer house than
Yeah.
like we had, but they had 9 kids. 9 or 11 kids.
No wonder you can't name all your aunts and uncles.
Oh my, what's that? Gomez Heritage Elementary School. It's a good sized elementary school, so that's, yeah, they just can't get there.
That's unbelievable. So that's pretty much... Unless there's a back way to get there, that place might be gone.
Oh, I think it is. Yeah, that's, you had to go Q Street and then just keep going, and then it would go uphill. But that, I don't think you're going to be able to. Do not enter.
Oh, yeah. That was a one-way.
Yeah, I think that's a lost cause. That's a bummer. I miss not being able to ask my mom questions,
Sure.
my brother's questions.
Sure. Oh, I think this must be a one-way. I think I'm going the wrong way on a one-way. Yeah, I sure am. Maybe not.
Well, it's,
No, there's a stop sign. There's a stop sign.
yeah, there's no school over there. I wouldn't go there because I don't think it's going to do any good. Yeah, it's all blocked. That's where it would have been, and it's done.
Let's see what's down here.
But you can't. it wouldn't be any other way of getting there. Because it just went straight up that hill. And I think theirs might have been the only house there. So
let's see what we can access here. This even looks like maybe some newer houses maybe up here.
let's see. Yep. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I'm sure his place is long gone.
Yep. I believe so. Because you figure, I mean, that'd be over 100 years.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. But you can't go, well, I guess you can go farther, can't you?
Because my dad would have been 109.
Brown Park. Let's see what's back here. And you thought it was on top of the hill up here then? Or go back down? Oh, here's 13th.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
that's, you can't get to where,
Yeah, you can't. It doesn't look like it. I'm gonna go left and see if we can see anything, but I'll bet we can't.
no. It was hidden. It was hidden.
I guess. Kind of a cool place to live.
And actually, the kids loved it because they had a lot of playing area, and they'd come down here and go swimming in the river.
Yeah. Yeah, Q's got to be about right here somewhere along. You know,
Yeah.
roughly.
Yep. So that's all the childhood gone.
You probably can't even name all your aunts and uncles then.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so how many sisters did your dad have?
Well, there was Mary, Helen, Francis, and Mary, Helen, Francis, Anne. That's about it of girls. I think there was only 9 kids. That might have been. I don't know for sure. But Mary, Anne, Helen, Francis. And Mary, that's only 4. So, but then there was Frank, Joseph, William, Oldrich, and there should be one more because there'd have been 5 and 4. That'd be 9 kids.
All right, here's what you can explain to me a little bit. And I think I mentioned this not too long ago. So, how old were you in 72? 23 years old?
Yes.
All right, so let's fast forward 7 years when we moved to Ashland. You would have been 30 years old. And I don't recall ever seeing any of these people. So
No.
you were out of touch with your aunts and uncles by the time you were 30 years old. Why do you think that is?
Well, once all the kids started getting married and doing different jobs, and some of them went to different states. I know my one cousin went to college. He was a principal, I think, Colorado Springs. High school principal. That was one of the Myers kids. And we just stopped having them. Stopped having the picnics, stopped having And every time there was a funeral, something, or we'd go and say, we could have, all of them would be saying, we got to have another reunion, another picnic. That never happened. And they just, nobody got home.
But you didn't even see them. Like, you didn't even go to their house or anything.
Nope. Didn't get together at all.
Do you find that odd, or just kind of just naturally kind of drifted apart?
Well, I think it was kind of just drifted apart. And my dad, he was anti-social, so
Yeah.
he didn't want
So
to.
you surely didn't inspire anyone to go see anybody.
No,
What's this place back here?
it's a church.
Okay.
It was a church.
Did you ever have a car in high school? You probably didn't, did you?
No.
Yeah.
Did I have a car?
Yeah.
I got a car for graduation.
Oh,
$500 Chevy, 56 Chevy.
nice.
And it barely lasted to get me home from buying it.
Oh no.
There was something, it was bad. They wanted people to check us, and we had to go all the way north of Omaha to get it. And so, got it so far, and then called Jerry, and on the phone, called Jerry, and he come and got it started, got it home, but that was about it.
You never drove it again? Or you got it fixed?
No, Jerry ended up, gave it to Jerry. Says, here, you can ride, you can have it. That's when I bought a little, I got a job.
Yeah, well, $500 was a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, that was...
Well, maybe it wasn't 500.
Yeah.
Maybe it was 200.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. That's kind of what I thought, too.
Yeah. So, but that was my graduation gift.
What a gift.
I mean, when I saw it, it was nice looking, and that was a stylish car back then, 56 Chevy.
Kind of a sad gift in the end.
Yeah. And well, Jerry didn't have it very well. It was junked. In fact, that might have been one of the cars Rich took to the demolition derby.
Did you go with him on that?
But,
The demolition derby?
oh yeah, we go watch it.
Where was that?
Playland Park. It was, where the bridge over the river is downtown?
Okay, yeah.
Well, on the other side in Council Bluffs, it was there. The park was there, right on the other side. It had roller coaster and
Oh, really?
yeah, quite a few rides.
Boy, that hasn't been there. I don't recall that at all.
No, many years.
Playland Park. I'll bet we could find that on the internet.
Yep.
Council Bluffs, Iowa.
And I went. I don't know who we were with, but I went on the Tilt-A-Whirl. Well, it wasn't a happy time after I got off of there.
Yeah, I bet not.
It's a laundromat? It used to be a bar.
Lucy's Laundromat.
My goodness. There you go, VFW. That used to be a bakery.
Oh, we should go down. We'll go down 24th Street, which is predominantly Hispanic now, but I can imagine Czech and Polish back when you were a kid. Looks like another school up there.
Yeah, that was Brown Park. Brown Park School. Middle school, I think. I think James and John went there. Middle school.
Oh, okay.
Now down, block over and block down was where Mildred lived. Did you know? You've seen that before, didn't you?
So down here?
Yeah, turn right here. And that house right there was my Uncle Charlie and Aunt Helen's house. They had a finished basement back then.
Oh, wow. That was probably pretty fancy
Yeah.
to have a finished basement.
Oh, yeah. Well, they had one son. That's it. And then this was Mildred's house. Oh, there was a rabbit. Rabbit. So now you can turn here if you want.
Sure.
Yeah.
What kind of memories do you have with Mildred?
Oh, I loved her.
Oh, nice.
She was outgoing and funny. Oh, you just laughed. She was so funny. And I'd go to bingo with her once in a while. And and before that, when I was probably 13, I babysit her 3 kids. Well, she went to bingo. She was a bingo-holic.
So that was Danny and...
Danny and Diane, and oh God, what's her name? I can't think of her name. God, my memories. Dad's is 10 times worse. Oh my God, it's 10 times worse. I can't think of it.
Do you remember ever going to Joe Tess when you were younger, or did you start going like in your 20s, maybe?
We started actually about the time Rich got a car. He'd go get fish for us. So we went there quite a bit, and then there was a Big Joe's drive-in was right where we turned and went down past Mildred's house and then went down. There was a Big Joe's drive-in. They had, like McDonald's hamburgers. So on Friday